This video is sponsored by the Excelsior Sporting Club, Lion Paw Security Services and Sigma Sports Management. This is James Lupton here with Nigel Travis. Nigel, how are you, mate?
Very well, yeah. Nice and busy, but it's all good.
Absolutely, here for a little media day in the gym. A few of your fighters on show today. Let's start with Jack Catterall, man to your right. Big fight coming up in Jorge Linares. Just how big a fight is this? Is this like not a breakthrough fight, but is this a stage where Jack can showcase what he can do?
I think it's a fight on platform of the opponent that he deserves. I mean, I believe people will say that Jorge Linares has seen better days. Of course, when he was a pound for pound great at one point. He's unbeaten against any British fighter, and I believe that Jack can do a number. I really do. I think that Jorge is a tough proposition for anybody. Although he's lost his last 3 fights, but he's done that previously. Earlier in his career, he lost 3 on the bounce. Still came back to devastate many people, break a few hearts. So Jack's firing on all cylinders, and he needs some big fights. He deserves them. He's earned that right. We believe he's one of the best in the world, if not the. So it's phenomenal. He's got to start going and start get out there and show what he can do, and we're looking forward to it.
I spoke to Jorge Linares a few weeks ago, and he's expecting a tough job. He's expecting a tough fight in Jack. He knows how good Jack can be, and he's preparing for that. But like you mentioned, he's come off a few losses, which he has done before. How dangerous does that make a fighter?
Listen, he's hungry. He appears. And not listen. Social media's awash with garbage. Awash with stuff on there that people showing how hard they're training and how they're living and all that. And it's a false narrative sometimes, but it looks like he's training diligently and he's ready to go. Jorge Linares can hit like a mule. We've seen it, and the last thing that anyone would lose would be that power. So he is a dangerous fighter, and he knows really that he has to perform it. He has to turn it on and do a number. And he's talking about maybe not getting being the beneficiary of a good result or honest result over here, which we've been on the opposite side of that, but not to harp on about it. We're talking about the here and the now, and Jorge Linares can fight and can hit, and so Jack's going to be on his yard. But we believe that Jack's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal fighter. We see him day in, day out, and I don't think the public have scratched the surface of what they've seen. That's my honest opinion. I think he can be when he shows what he can do. I'm hoping that starts on the 9th, on the 25th, on the 30th, or whatever. All over the place. But when he's ready to go, it will be time to turn it on, and he will do that.
You mentioned he was on the wrong side of a controversial decision. How has his mindset changed since that? Coming in, he's put some good performances, and he's come back into the gym and he's working hard. Has anything changed him that you've seen?
No. Yeah. He boxed on the Saturday night. On the Wednesday morning, I believe he was back in the gym. Obviously, licking his wounds, dusting himself down, but he was in the gym. That shows how diligent and professional he is. This is his job, and he works all the time. He knows it can happen. That's what has changed, obviously. Regardless, it does happen, and for whatever the reason, it does happen, and we've seen it countless times. Who do you slag off? How do you change? How do you undo it? You can't. You just got to get on with it, and not harp. People. We've been on the receiving end, and I don't know when we've ever nicked a result. So and again, I'm not looking for unfair advantage. We believe that Jack will beat anybody who we put in front of him, or else we won't put him in front of him.
Another fight you went into where you potentially would have been worried about being on the end of a wrong decision was Chantelle Cameron and Katie Taylor. Obviously, you got the victory that night, and rightly so, well deserved. Rematch is on November. There seemed to be a bit of talk that it had to be on Katie's terms again. Katie wanted this and that, and it had to be back on her terms. Chantelle's belts on the line, back in Ireland, etc. Is there any worry again going into this about being on the end of a wrong decision?
Most definitely. I only see that result That's the only way that Katie Taylor can win. Everything's on Katie Taylor's terms. You know, it's infuriating, but what can you do? And it is what it is. You know, Chantelle signed an agreement and a rematch clause only on her side, on Katie Taylor's side, not on Chantelle's side. So it's all in her favour. You know, they're both matching fires, so they both should be represented equally. You know, and sometimes it seems like it's not. But listen, again, it's not about harping. I expect Chantelle Cameron to do exactly what she did last time. When the first card came out, there was some slight worries. I canvassed ringside. Eddie Hearn said it's close. Steve Bunn said it's close. Liam Smith, and I was worried from that point of view. But there was only one winner of that fight. But we've talked about it before. There's been only one winners of other fights that haven't gone the way that you expect. But I believe that's the only way that Katie can win. I believe that Chantelle is better on all accounts of strength, fitness, everything. I really do believe it. So we're talking about maybe that Katie will start faster. However she comes, whether it's plan A, plan B, plan C, I believe that we've got all our angles covered and she beats her, definitely.
In terms of Chantelle, another victory against Katie Taylor in November. What next? What more can she do?
She deserves a bit of credit. You have to put some credit on her name, put some respect on that name. And Chantelle Cameron, she's the number one. People don't talk about her as a pound for pound, in the pound for pound talkings. She beat the pound for pound number one. Arguably the same closest Shields may have been. People have always said the Katie Taylor because she's done wonderful things for our sport and should be applauded for her. We're fans of Katie Taylor, we really are. But she's chosen wrong. The reason the fight happened is because she called it. She wanted the fight and she called it, because if she didn't want it, it won't be happening, and we know that. Same as the rematch. But again, I think she's chosen wrong. You have to put some credit on the name of Chantelle Cameron and doth your cap accordingly and say she needs that respect. She needs we won't want gimmies, but she should be fighting Katie Taylor for the lightweight championship of the world, undisputed, so she can be the two times. So she's given to Katie Taylor one chance to become undisputed at two weights. Now she's giving her two chances. Why can't I do it on the other way? Will it be done? I don't know. She might need a homecoming. How about her homecoming? Maybe in Northampton. Open air in Northampton. I don't know how the weather's going to be and how the weather will hold up. But we're talking about the Serrano fight for Katie Taylor, the next one. Let's put some respect on Chantelle Cameron's name. That's it's infuriating that she doesn't get what she deserves and the respect that she deserves, because she's got to be pound for pound there, definitely. In my eyes, definitely. So they're talking about all sorts of stuff. They were talking about maybe jumping in the ring with Clarissa Shields. Listen, put some respect on her name. She's a lightweight. She could make lightweight quite comfortably, I believe. And so why not do it the other way around? That would be what I would like, but that's just my individual opinion. But just put respect on her name. That's what I want.
So Nigel, thank you very much for your time today, and all the best luck with the fights coming up. Busy schedule.
God bless you.
Thank you.